Hey, Agaho guys, it's time for the final stage of Liliana's campaign. So if you didn't or if you didn't, I probably did the thing last video where you saw. So you saw the Raven Man actually did survive, but you know, we were able to rough him up pretty good, and now our attention's kind of turning to, you know, this necromancy stuff is kind of taking its toll. So Liliana is now getting on in years. Decades have passed since her first planeswalk, so she's probably, you know, in her 50s or whatever now. And necromancy, you know, staves off death for a little bit, but you can't hold it off forever. So, you know, kind of getting in that state where it's, you're just, you know, you're in denial, like, no, I'm not going to die, right? No way. So, Liliana is going to decide to go and look for a contract with ancient demons in order to try to get eternal life. So, that's the route Liliana is going to choose. Can't say I would go the same way, but that's what she's choosing to do, so that's what we're going to play along with. Contract from below. So this is actually different from the previous games. You can see over here the guy only has 8 life. That's because we got to fight 4 of them in a row. So Bristlebrand is up first. And hopefully we can get some good stuff going on. We got a 3-land hand with a couple of cards and discarding this and Rise from the Grave. Seems like it might be alright. No 1-drop, but, you know, generally 3-land, 4 creatures, or 4 other things is generally going to be pretty okay. I'd kind of rather it be a 2-land hand in campaign, but I'll certainly take it. So, there we go. Grave Titan. That's a nice guy. So, Grave Titan's kind of a bomb, which means a you know, 1 card that you can just drop out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, but you can drop it in. It has a big impact on the game. So not only does he have Death Touch, which is that nice ability where if Grave Titan hits you at all, even if he, you know, his power wouldn't normally be enough to knock you out, you're knocked out anyway because you got hit by Grave Titan. Not only that, when he enters the battlefield, or even if he just declares an attack, his attack doesn't even have to get through, you just boom, you get 2 free zombies on the battlefield. Really nice. So we're definitely going to be building up to him. He definitely gives us something to look forward to. Let's go ahead and put out Shambling Ghoul since he won't need to block this turn since, you know, summoning sickness and whatnot. So, and we'll have a 3rd land next turn, so I can drop the Crow if I want to, or I can drop the Cat. Just depends. If we draw the Shambling Goblin, maybe I'll drop the Cat instead. But looks like we've drawn the land, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put out the Bird, which I guess I'll go ahead and do main phase 1 for no reason. And then we're going to go and get 2 points in, which is good, because that's a 4th of his life. So, hopefully the Bird is going to be able to rush in and kill this guy pretty quick, because he does have some powerful stuff that he can start getting out if we are not careful, or if we're too slow to deal with him. But here's a Vampire Girl, so 3-2 versus a 2-3, so I'll probably go ahead and attack and make that trade. On top of that, we have a nice removal spell right there, so we'll probably go ahead and play the Cat after combat, and we'll just swing it with everything. And I imagine he'll probably want to trade. Yeah, he's probably going to want to trade because that life total is looking pretty low. Crow's still going to get through for 2 points, and he's only sitting on 4 points left. Black Cat might come in and cause some mischief, make you discard some cards. That'll be it for this turn. It's a 4th land down, so we'll probably see something reasonably strong right here. And it is just another one of those vampires, so I guess that works for me. That means I might not want to do swinging in with the Cat, so we will proceed, I think, to go ahead and attack just with the Crow. And then I'll go ahead and cast the Crow. And we are sitting on Grave Titan, so eventually we're going to get Grave Titan out. We still got to fight 3 guys after this, too. So we got 1 mana that we're just going to end up getting wasted. But next turn we have a removal spell if we need it, which looks like we might not, because that doesn't fly. Gets another mana, which could be a Crow, which would enter-tapped anyway. So let's see, I could take this 3 points, or I could go ahead and I'll just take this 3 points. I'm okay with it. Maybe at some point we'll draw that nice Corrupt that we got to end the Raven Man at the end of the last video. That would be pretty nice. There's another Rise from the Grave. So we'll just swing in, I guess, with both Crows. Yeah, swing in with both Crows. So some stuff is gonna happen here. Can't really block. And you can see there the life kind of started going up, because that's because we are now changing opponents. So the gaining power thing, as we're now up against Razaketh, means we actually were able to draw 3 cards, and hey, there's Corrupt. So there's a land that we didn't get to play prior. And okay, so yeah, so the creatures actually still stay the same. It's just the basically the life total resets, and we get to draw some cards. So that's kind of all that happens. But otherwise, the board state pretty much stays the same. So we can go ahead and put another Black Cat. We can't quite get Grave Titan out yet. And at some point, Corrupt is probably going to be able to knock out somebody in almost in one hit. So there, however, is a Murder, which just kills somebody, and that's kind of curious. It's actually gonna murder my cat. So okay. And ooh, that was a nice one to go ahead and get out of there. Thank you, Black Cat. 7-drop, Rune Scarred Demon. When he enters, he's got 6/6 flying, is pretty alright. And then when he enters the battlefield, you get any card you want from your deck. So that's kind of cool. Shadowborn Demon, though, is also pretty okay. He is a 5-drop for a 5/6. And when he comes in, you get to blow up something that's not a demon. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are fewer than 6 creature cards in your graveyard, though, you have to keep sacrificing stuff. So eventually that'll wear off. But yeah, so he's going to have to start blowing his own stuff up, which is not really what you want to be doing. So I'm going to swing in with this thing, which I'm just going to... you know what, actually? Well, I'll let the cat hang around, because the cat is going to stop Child of Night from swinging in. So that's fine by me. Fine by me. So let's see what we want to do. Alright, perfect. So there's a swamp. So this will... Okay, we're not going to have a combat phase. So we are going to play Rise from the Grave, and we're going to jack this nice little Rune Scarred Demon here for a little bit cheaper than he normally would cost, and have him be a zombie demon. And when he comes into play, we get to actually look through this entire deck. So here you go, guys. We actually get to look through this entire deck and see what exactly is in it. We're probably going to end up taking a soulless one. Although another Corrupt would be pretty nice. Not going to lie. But let's see if there's any other like little nice one-ofs that are in this deck. I think this might be the first time I've actually gotten to look through this entire deck. Because you don't normally get to look through your entire deck. It's definitely way less common than it is in Pokemon to have a card that says search your deck for something. They do exist, but they are much less common. So let's see. We already have Grave Titan. Corrupt is... We only have 1 copy of Corrupt, so Corrupt would probably be the best, because gaining back a bunch of life is pretty nice as well. Yeah, I think I want to take the Corrupt. It can also deal damage to creature if there's somebody I need to get rid of, like maybe that demon guy up there. So I think I'm going to take the Corrupt. I would kind of like to take Soulless one, because he would be nice and huge, but I think Corrupt, especially with the life gain benefit to that as well, it's going to be pretty nice. So also this guy's a 6/6, which means that he's able to block this 5/6 guy and not die. So cool. We will, however, I think once again skip attack. As Corrupt is going to start coming into play once we get into the land, Grave Titan is going to start coming into play. And there you go. So there's Shadowborn's Demon. Because he doesn't have enough creatures already in his graveyard, he has to sacrifice one. And looks like he's not going to be wanting to attack right now. Plays another one of the things he just sacrificed. And we have another Rise from the Grave as well, so... But there's not really anything I want to go ahead and do there, so let's go ahead and use this opportunity. I really hope Grave Titan doesn't get murdered, but even if he does, he's still going to... He's still got to come into play with some friends. So... He comes into play, and boom! We get free zombies. Free fodder for whatever reason we want it. Alright. So we can actually safely attack with Rune Scarred Demon, but he's kind of holding off the offense here too. So I think, however, I'm going to be alright with that. I think I'll be alright with that. Will I be alright with that? I think I'll be alright with that. So let's go ahead and try to get some points in. Okay, so he will actually do that. And is there a combat trick? There's an Altar's Reap. Okay. So he just... Okay, so there you go. You know, kind of like I was talking about before, where, you know, he knows the thing's going to die, You know, it's not going to be, it's, the damage that it deals is not going to be relevant at all. So you just use that, you know, you save yourself taking the damage, and you consider the demon blocked by a 1/1 entity, basically. So attacking with this guy to at least try to get some life back, so I'm going to try to block with the cat. And we'll see if he does anything fancy. He does not. So how about you discard one of those 4 cards in your hand, only gain back the 1 life, apparently. So he gets rid of a swamp that he probably didn't need, and typhoid rats, so annoying. So annoying. But he has no more flyers, so that's good. There you go, there's Soulless One. Bad thing about Soulless One, though, is he doesn't fly. So these typhoid rats, they're only 1 power, but again, death touch. Whenever they hit something, it's dead. So it doesn't matter if they only have 1 power. They basically have as much as they need to in order to kill off a creature. So how many creatures do I have in my discard pile? We have 4. We do have some zombies that I can... Well, not because those will go in the discard pile. So let's see. It's also kind of gonna make me not want to attack with Grave Titan, so... I would kind of like to Cruel Revival this nice little Shadow... Actually, that would work. That would well work. So... And that will let me attack with Grave Titan. So let's do that. So let's Rise from the Grave, and I'll go ahead and get this Shadowborn Demon. And we're going to use his ability to get rid of this stupid little rat that's going to make me not want to attack with my nice big guys like Grave Titan and whatnot. So, yeah, we're still on Rot. That's right, he gained some life back. So, what can we do here? We can attack with a couple of guys. In fact, I might just want to attack with everybody. So, I think that's what I'll do. We will just attack with everybody. And, yeah. Swing at everybody. So Grave Titan activates, and we get free zombies just because he declared an attack. So that's guys we can block with next turn if we want to. And looks like there's just going to be a okay. Guess he just wanted to remove one of my tokens. So fair enough. Once again, we got 3 swamps. So that's a good thing that we drew through those. We are now up against Belzenlock. And his first thing is going to be a Harvester of Souls. So that sounds like something that might get Cruel Revivaled. Although Grave Titan's going to be able to get around it, as his other dude. So, alright, so per Shadowborn Demon's effect, we got to sacrifice somebody. Who are we going to sacrifice? We could sacrifice a token zombie, but that's not going to go in the graveyard to eventually have us stop doing this silliness. So. I don't really want to get rid of a crow, though. But I think I will. That thing is Death Touch, but we're going to blow it up anyway. So, there we go. Okay, so my turn again. Play the swamp once again, and I think we are going to... See, the thing is, I kind of don't want to take something out with Cruel Revival. So, if I did, what would I want to take out? Not really anything. So I need to get rid of this thing. And I guess I'd rather go face with this, which we're about to get to the range of which I can just one-shot the guy. So we will, go in Cruel Revival. Go ahead and blow this guy up. And is that optional? Can I click finish? Apparently that is optional. Up to 1, so you can select 0. And it's actually a little bit different. In Pokemon, if something says up to 1, and you're searching a public zone, you actually do have to get, or up to 2, for example, it means 1 or 2. Private zone's a different story in Pokemon, but in Magic, up to 1 means 0 or 1, so you're fine either way. So that's cool. I actually wanted to keep those in my graveyard because eventually we'll be able to not have to sacrifice stuff, so that'll be cool. But we will, however, I do want to play this guy down because he'll be an easy guy to sacrifice off. And I believe we're actually going to just about get there with, do I want to swing with everybody? Yeah, I'll swing with everybody. Except for newfound cool dude, or newfound zombie goblin. And now you can see where this, if you get off to a good start in this fight, then you can kind of start steamrolling. As we're going to get 3 more cards, and this will be a good one. We'll be able to drop down a nice Lord of the Undead. So now all my other zombie guys, including all these little tokens that Grave Titan has made, they're all going to be 1 bit stronger. So That's a pretty formidable force that we got going on right now. We have another removal spell in the form of Bone Splinters. So, Cruel Edict. Opponent sacrifices a creature. Fine by me. I'll just... let's see. I don't want to sacrifice now. All these guys are good. I already got rid of the crow. So, I guess I will get rid of... I guess I'll go ahead and... Nah, you know, I'll go and get rid of this guy first. Because it's not... there's no creature to target the -1/-1 on right now. And there might be once something comes into play. I mean, they still surely got something out of that hand, buddy. Nothing. Okay. Well then, so we will sacrifice our goblin, I guess, and draw another soulless one. Or yeah, another soulless one. However, I think. Oh wait. No, we don't quite have it this turn. We don't quite have it with stuff. As here's Kothaped is our last guy. I actually have this guy, his card, which is a legendary creature. But we're gonna go ahead and use Corrupt and deal damage to you. And it's going to be a nice 10 points out of your life total. And if we add... well, I guess we need 2 more land. We could do that. I actually want to go ahead and play out Soulless One just to see how big he's going to be. He is a nice big 15-15. But we don't really need him at all. Because we're going to attack with 4 tokens as well as a bunch of other guys. And, you know, Grave Titan's going to make us 2 more. And, yeah, that's going to be... how far in the negative is that going to be? It's going to be pretty far into the negatives, so... let's see, can we actually view battlefield? Nope, okay. Negative 31 life. Nice. So I think there's going to be a cutscene here, but I'm actually going to do something a little bit different for it. Okay, so we get this right here. The demons test your skill, and though pushed to your limit, you prove your worth. They etch their contract in your flesh, granting you youth and unspeakable power in exchange for your servitude as a planeswalker. But what good are contracts if they can't be broken? So here's all the zombies, you know, looking up to their queen, Liliana. And there's like a little cutscene here. Actually, there's not a cutscene here. Well, I will show you guys the cutscene here. But I will actually go into controls. I will go into settings. So for some reason, the cutscenes seem to be a little bit quiet. So I will actually crank up the music volume for a little bit of the game, and I will let you guys watch the ending cutscene. And that's the end of Liliana's story. So she gets some nice tattoos, and yeah, now she's immortal and in servitude, supposedly anyway, to said demons as a planeswalker. So there you go. That's it for Liliana's story. We could potentially do others, but we'll probably leave it here. So I just realized the music's gonna be way too loud at this point, but oh well. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this, especially those of you who are not so familiar. Hopefully you're a little bit more familiar now. If there's still some stuff that you don't understand, definitely feel free to leave comments. I'm sure there's stuff I missed. I tried to capture most of the stuff. I was hoping it would just kind of, you know, come along as we play through the campaign. But as it is, I hope you guys enjoyed. So stay tuned for hopefully some more PvP games and other good stuff. So yeah, later days.